Hello friends, I am here to discuss regarding the engineering graphics or engineering drawing, the subject which is known as language of engineers. Language of engineers means the way in which we communicate our feelings with our mother tongue. It may be English, Marathi, Hindi. In the same manner, engineers communicate the things with drawing. Hence, it is must to study neatly this subject, and definitely this is going to be a basic of engineering. But about this subject, there is lot of fear in the student's mind. The reason is what? Everybody tells graphics is very difficult, it's very hard, it requires lot of imagination. But after 24 years of teaching this subject, I'll say that graphics is the most interesting subject, most basic subject. At the same time, everybody will find it very easy and interesting if they follow the basic things. So today I'll explain, so which are the basic requirements of the graphics. Even though if anybody learns this few basic things, these are not difficult, they will enjoy this subject. Hence, I'll tell few basics of graphics one by one. So very first thing in the basic is point. Point is what? It is the smallest object, or it is the geometrical figure which has no dimensions. Geometrical figure having no dimension is nothing but point. But in the drawing, our teachers, our students, they never take care of the point, and they don't draw point itself in a neat way. General practice of drawing the point is something like this, which is absolutely wrong. So instead of that, how we should draw? Actually, the point, as it is the smallest possible but visible dot, hence we should draw the point like this. It is visible also, as well as it is the smallest possible. Means with the help of a pencil, that pencil should be sharp one, and we should draw the point in such way. Never draw the point like this. So very simple thing, but you have to take utmost care while drawing the point. Second basic thing in case of graphics is drawing the lines, various types of lines. So, well, in the beginning, simply I'll explain only 4 types of lines which we are going to use frequently. So in that, very first line is thick line. Thick line. Name is thick, but don't draw or don't show its thickness more. So its thickness should be less, intensity should be more. And while drawing it, so what we have to do? So always we have to draw this line with the help of scale and like this. So its intensity is more, and throughout its length, intensity is same. So that is what required in case of proper thick line. Then second, thin line. How to draw the thin line? With the same pencil, only you apply very less pressure. See that your pencil in touch with the page or the drawing sheet. Then for that, for drawing the thin line, I am using different color. So that different color means, yellow color means very light line. So it should be like this. So it's light line. Then third line is dotted line. How to draw the dotted line? Dotted line is used for showing the hidden part of the object. And I feel for drawing dotted line is the most difficult line because it requires lot of concentration. And if your dotted line is excellent, then your drawing will be excellent. Then what care you have to take? dashes should be of equal length and the gap should be also same. So it should be like this. It requires a lot of concentration. Means dashes length should be same, gap should be same, and it should be neatly drawn. Then one more line which is frequently used, it's center line. Center line, always it indicates the symmetry of the object. So it is an imaginary line. So while drawing the center line, its intensity, it should not be like dotted line or thick line. Thick line means object line. So it is long dash, then small dash, long dash, small dash, long dash, small dash, long dash, small dash, long dash. So like this. Here also it requires the concentration. So these 4 lines you should draw in a neat way. Then whenever there is a overlap of these 4 lines, so which line we should prefer first? So always we should prefer first the thick line. So its preference should be first thick line, then second preference should be for dotted line, third preference should be for center line, and the last preference should be for the thin line. Means if overlap of center line and dotted line is there, dotted line should be preferred. So like this. So if you draw all these lines neatly, your drawing will be excellent one. Next basic thing required in the graphics is making equal divisions of the line. Number of times, if line is 80 mm and we have to make its 9 divisions, it's difficult because 80 by 9, it is going to be some fraction and the least count is 1 mm. In such cases, we have to divide that line into required number of parts by using the graphical technique. And that technique is what? So I'll explain in very simple way. For example, if suppose this is the random line I have drawn and I have to make its, let it be anything, I have to make its 4 equal parts with the help of drawing. Then what we have to do? Mark some inclined line starting with its initial point like this, and this line AB we have to divide it into equal parts. Any number, we can divide it into 4 parts, 5 parts, 6 parts, 7 parts, 8 parts. Just I'll show the 4 parts, how to make its 4 parts. So for that, make use of the compass, keep the compass at A, and then in the compass take some random fixed distance, say this distance in the compass, and cut the arc with this distance. Now don't change this distance, then shift the compass on that arc, then again shift the compass on the next arc and cut the arc like this, like this. Means here what I have done, I have divided this slant line into 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now my interest is what? Dividing that AB line into 4 equal parts. Then for that, what we have to do? So this end point, 4th point, and this B, we have to join this 4th point and B. Once we join, then now task is very simple. So from the next 3rd point, draw parallel line to that line which will intersect this line which we are interested to divide it into 4 equal parts. Similarly, from the next division, and finally with this. Now this slant line, which is the unknown line, it has been divided into 4 equal parts with the help of compass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if I join this 4 to B, this point is going to be 4, it is 3, it is 2, and it is 1. Now this known line or AB, it has been divided into 4 equal parts by using the compass and by using the slant line. Preferably this angle you keep around 20, it may be less than 20 little bit or more than 20. At the same time, so not only 4 parts, we can make it 8 parts, 12 parts, 3 parts, 5 parts as per our requirement. In the graphics, number of times we need to divide it into 8 equal parts. So whenever we are learning that part, once again we'll repeat this procedure. So the division making equal divisions of lines is very important by using the compass and the scale. Next basic thing required is drawing a circle. So circle for drawing, it's very simple. With the help of compass easily we can draw, but it is very important the way in which we are drawing. So I'll suggest the proper way of drawing the circle. Never draw the circle directly keeping the compass at some point and drawing the circle. Instead of that, mark its center properly. Which is the proper way in the graphics or in the drawing? The proper way of drawing the circle in the graphics is something like this. So, well, in the beginning, draw the horizontal light line, then draw its vertical intersecting line. Means always see that whenever you are drawing the circle, such crossing of two horizontal and vertical lines, and crossing of these two lines is going to be a center. We don't have to search the center now. So this point is going to be a center. And once we draw the center, then you can take the compass, put at the center, and whatever the radius, whatever you wish, you can take that radius and you can draw the circle like this. So this is the proper way of drawing the circle. So if you draw the circle by this way, so what are the advantages? Now there is no confusion of the center. We know that center is at the intersection. So this intersecting point is going to be a center. And so number of times we have to divide the circle into few parts. Automatically there are 4 divisions. So this additional time will be saved. So I'll suggest whenever you are drawing the circle in the graphics, draw the horizontal line, vertical line, their intersection is center. And with that center, as per your required radius or diameter, draw the circle. One more basic requirement of graphics is numbering. Generally, everybody neglects this, but it is very important to number the things, to dimension the object. Means writing 1 to 10 or 1 to 0 is very important, and we have to write it in an excellent way. Then the presentation will be excellent. What care we have to take while numbering, that I'll explain. So how we should write 1? 1 should be simply a vertical line, a simple vertical line. It's 1. Then 2, 3, like this. 4, vertical line, slant line, like this. 5, horizontal, vertical, curved. 6, like this. Then 7, horizontal line and then slant line. It is 7. 8, 9, and 0 or 10. 1 already I have written, that's why simply I am writing 0. Then how these numbers should not be? So 1, it should be a simple vertical line. It should not be like this. Then 2, it should not be like this, or it should not be in this way. 3, we should not draw like this, or it should not be in this way. 4, avoid like this. 5, don't make such design. 6, it should not be like this, or hurriedly. We should not do something like this. 7, no need to write like this. So there is a huge difference between 1 and 7. Then 8, upper should be smaller, lower should be larger. It should not be like this, or both should not be of same size also. 9, we should not draw like this, or we should not do in this way. And 0, it should not be a perfect circle also, or it should not be a horizontal ellipse. It should be a vertical ellipse. So this care you have to take while numbering. So numbering is very, very important to improve your presentation skill. Next basic point is lettering. Again, engineering students may laugh that in engineering we are learning how to write ABCD, but it is must to improve your presentation skill. How to write A to Z, that I'll explain. At the same time, at the end, I'll tell what you have to avoid also. So first thing we'll see how to write or how to draw these letters starting with A. Then B, C, D, observe it carefully, E, F, G is difficult, then H, I is simply like 1, J, again one more difficult, K, L, M, very carefully you have to draw M, observe it carefully, drawing, it requires keen observation, M, then N, O, P, Q, R, then S, T, U, V, W also difficult, W, then X, Y, Z. In this subject, observation is very important while drawing. So you can see how I have drawn all this. And what you have to avoid, never draw A like this, B in this way, C in this way, D like this design, then E, don't make such design, not required. F, it should not be like this. G, avoid in this way or in this way. I, not like this. J also, we have to avoid this horizontal line. K, such design is not required. L, it should not be like this. M, so it should not be in this way. So this point should be over here, the way in which I have drawn. N also, don't make such design. O, it should not be like this or it should not be like this. P, it should not be in this way. Q, don't make any design. R, again avoid like this. T, don't make some design. U, it should not be in this way. V, it should not be like this. W, avoid in this way. Then X, so see that those lines are straight one. Y, not like this. Z, it should not be in this way. So few ways I have told, though all those letters should be very simple, neatly written, then they will look very impressive. So for improving the presentation, you have to take care of ABCD also. So it is called as lettering. These were few basic things. So there are so many things in the graphics, but for learning the graphics efficiently, these basic things are required. Which basic things? Drawing the point in neat way, line in a neat way, dividing the line, drawing the circle, and again lettering and numbering. Along with this, which are other basics requirements of the graphics? The biggest requirement of the graphics is what? Your concentration level. So while drawing, so your concentration should be at peak, and it will be there or it will be inserted in your drawing. So concentration is must. At the same time, you should observe each and everything very carefully. Means keen observation is required. Along with concentration, keen observation is required. Again, it requires imagination also in drawing, how it looks. So for that, after drawing, how our drawing will be there. So for that, imagination is required. And the effect of all such things is going to be your best presentation. Means in short, graphics requires or graphics improves your concentration level, your observation ability, or graphics automatically make you keen observer. Then it will improve your imagination power also, or imagination skill also. And finally, the effect of all this, your presentation skill. So this is one of the subject in engineering which improves your personality also. Thank you.